Fossil fuels are one of the largest energy resources in the world. They power automobiles, our power grid, and make our houses cooler in the summer and hotter in the winter. And while it's tragic that the dinosaurs had to die to give us this source of power, Wait, what?
Fossil fuels are made from fossils.
What do you mean fossil fuels aren't made of fossils?
When we say fossil fuels, we're actually talking about a wide variety of products. Coal, petroleum, oil, natural gas, oil shales, bitumens, tar sands, and heavy oils. Aside from coming out of the ground, all fossil fuels have a couple things in common. They all contain carbon, and they were all formed over a long period of time from the remains of organic matter. But not just any organic matter. In fact, fossil fuels are the remains of organics produced by photosynthesis, algae, bacteria, and plants. Some of which date back to before the Devonian period, between 419 and 358 million years ago. During the millions of years that followed, these organisms were buried deeper and deeper underground. Under this immense pressure and heat, they gradually decomposed into hydrocarbon-based molecules that retained the energy they had initially stored during photosynthesis. In other words, all these algae and bacteria were used by nature's pressure cooker to make a whole bunch of flammable rocks, goo, and gas. But, despite the name, fossil fuels aren't fossils. Typically, what we call fossils are preserved skeletons of animals. The material that makes up bone resists decomposition. So, while the organic tissues surrounding the bones are completely broken down, they are replaced by inorganic minerals in a process called petrifaction. These hardened, fire-resistant, and carbon-free materials are excellent museum displays, but they don't really make for good energy sources. Of course, while fossil fuels do make good fuel, it turns out that burning a lot of decomposed plant matter generates a whole host of byproducts that contribute to things like groundwater contamination, acid rain, and climate change. On top of that, fossil fuels are quickly becoming extinct themselves. They're a limited resource, so once we've used up the material that was stored in the earth, it's gone forever. The revelation that plants and other photosynthesizers are the precursors to fossil fuels has led to an explosion, not literally, of research into biofuels. However, this is still cutting-edge technology that isn't efficient or environmentally friendly enough to use on an industrial scale yet. Whether these new biofuels are the future, or solar and wind will continue to be the major players of renewable energy, remains to be seen. But when it comes to the processes that still rely on fossil fuels, we'll have to continue using ancient refined algae goo. Rest in peace, dinosaurs. Rest in peace.